Turkmenistan's color-coded dictatorship, when black cars and free gas drive a surreal economy. In Turkmenistan, your car's color might be illegal, but your gasoline is free. Welcome to Weird Geo Economy, where we unpack the strangest, most authoritarian and economically illogical policies that somehow keep entire countries running, or barely. Today, we travel to Turkmenistan, one of the world's most closed-off nations, where dictatorial decrees control everything from internet access to vehicle paint jobs, and where fuel is free, as long as you obey the aesthetic rules. We're in Ashgabat, the white marble capital of Turkmenistan, and throughout the country's eerily sterile highways and ghost-like cityscapes. This is a country rich in natural gas reserves, the fourth largest in the world, and yet completely detached from global logic. Public life here is tightly managed by the president's personal taste, down to the color of your car. This is Turkmenistan's surreal auto economy, where cars are banned based on color, fuel is heavily subsidized or free, and public policy is shaped not by parliament or public opinion, but by presidential whims. Here's how it works. In 2018, under former President Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedow, the government banned all black cars from the capital, allegedly for superstition and aesthetic alignment with the white marble city. Drivers were forced to repaint their vehicles white or silver, often at their own expense, or face seizure by police. At the same time, Turkmenistan's massive natural gas reserves allowed the government to offer free or nearly free gasoline, including monthly fuel quotas for every citizen. This created a two-tiered system. On one hand, gas is free, making car ownership widespread. On the other, the rules on which car you can own are tightly controlled. Turkmenistan's economy isn't just centrally planned, it's aesthetic authoritarian. Because in Turkmenistan, the economy isn't driven by supply and demand. It's driven by image, symbolism, and dictatorship. Here's why these absurd rules exist. Presidential personality cult. The former president's obsession with the color white extended to buildings, clothing, and even animals. White cars were seen as pure, while black was considered bad luck. Propaganda aesthetic. The capital is designed to look pristine from above, with symmetrical roads, white structures, and glowing monuments. Black cars ruin the illusion. Gas equals control. By keeping gasoline free, the regime maintains popular support, while limiting how and where people can move, including which vehicles are permitted. Lack of economic feedback. With no free press, no opposition, and no protests allowed, bad policy goes unchallenged, no matter how ridiculous. And even as Turkmenistan faces food shortages, rampant inflation, and mass surveillance, it continues to subsidize gasoline and spend lavishly on absurd vanity projects, like gold statues of horses and elaborate circuses with no audiences. This dystopian but stable system involves the Turkmen government, particularly the presidency, which issues top-down decrees without explanation. Police forces, who enforce car color bans, seize vehicles, and fine non-compliant drivers. Citizens, many of whom had to repaint their black cars or sell them at huge losses just to avoid harassment. International observers and journalists, most of whom are banned. And those who sneak in describe Turkmenistan as North Korea with oil. The Berdimuhamedows, father and son, who have both held the presidency and shaped national policy around personal branding rather than economics. After the black car ban, car paint businesses surged in profit, as thousands of drivers paid up to $2,000 to repaint their vehicles white. Turkmen citizens once received 120 liters of free gasoline per month just for owning a vehicle. and up to 720 litres a quarter under older subsidy programs. Ashgabat holds the Guinness World Record for the most white marble buildings in one city, a symbol of state aesthetics overriding practical development. In Turkmenistan, economics isn't about markets or metrics, it's about control, colour and compliance. You can drive for nearly free, but only if your car looks the part. And while the rest of the world debates policy, Turkmenistan quietly micromanages paint, fuel and national identity all at once. It's one of the world's richest nations in gas, and one of the poorest in freedom. In this strange desert autocracy, free gasoline comes with invisible strings. And your choice of car could be a political statement. Subscribe to Weird Geo Economy for more stories where logic breaks down, policy gets personal, and dictators build economies out of marble and myth.